Hello and welcome to another video from Minus Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at something that's now quite old, becoming quite collectible as well. We are looking at the 2002 release by Product Enterprise from their series of Dalek related remote control action figures. And this particular one we are looking at today is of Davros, who, as you all know, was the creator of the Daleks. Now, Davros first made an appearance in Doctor Who television series, The Genesis of the Daleks, in 1975, and he was portrayed by Michael Wisher. That was right at the beginning to create the Daleks, obviously from the Genesis of the Daleks. Next appearance was in 1979, which was Destiny of the Daleks. And then again in 1984, which was Resurrection of the Daleks. 1985, he appeared in Revelation of the Daleks. And 1988 was in Remembrance of the Daleks. So those were his appearances in the classic television series. He has obviously been gone on to make more appearances in the new series, but the classic series, those were his 5 television appearances. And there has been quite a few actors that have played Davros throughout the years in the classic series. So you had Michael Wisher first of all, and then there was David Goodison, and Terry Malloy played him in the last 3 appearances in the classic series. Okay, this is the item in front of us. And you've got the Doctor Who logo, the old diamond logo at the top right hand corner. It says full motion control, authentic dialogue, infrared control, Davros. And it's got creator of the Daleks at the top there. And at the very top, it's got an exclusive, which was originally when they came out, exclusive to the Sci-Fi Centre. Okay, front of the box, you can see an image of Davros, and you've got the Doctor Who diamond logo again. It says infrared control Davros, full motion control, authentic dialogue from the BBC TV series. And it's a detailed model for collectors, ages 14 up. And you've got not suitable for children under 3 and a CE marking. Okay, that's the front of the box. Let's just turn the box to the side. And we've got the other half of Davros's face on this side. And again, it says infrared control Davros and from the BBC TV series, and I think it's the same on the other side. Oh no, different image. There you can see Davros surrounded by his Daleks, and again it says infrared remote control Davros and from the BBC TV series. Okay, let's turn the box to the back and let's see what we've got printed on the reverse. Okay, so I've turned the box around to the back, and this is what we've got on the back. So there's a BBC, Doctor Who, again the diamond logo. Also available, so you've got remote control Daleks, you've got the Clockwork Dalek and the Talking Tom Baker and K9 figures. Full motion control authentic dialogue, it's infrared control Davros. And it says it requires 3 AA batteries for Davros included. And it says the evil genius Davros first appeared in the 1975 Doctor Who story Genesis of the Daleks. Originally portrayed by Michael Wisher, Davros was the chief scientist of the Kaled race, whose experimentation was to create the evil creatures known as the Daleks, an anagram of Kaled. Product Enterprise proudly brings to life Davros with full motion control and authentic dialogue. Relive the terror of universal domination by the Daleks, led by their creator, Davros. And it's got battery installation there, all instructions on how to change your batteries. Requires 3 AAA batteries for controller, which are also included. So Product Enterprise Limited. And it's got, for more exciting Doctor Who collectibles, visit our online shop, www.productenterprise.com. And you've got all the copyright and licensing information at the bottom there, the barcoding, the CE markings as well. And obviously Product Enterprise haven't existed since, I think it was 2005. They shut down due to a fire in the factory. They did re-emerge as Master Replicas, and then again as 1612, and they are still trading as 1612, but they now only exclusively do studio scale models. Shame really, because their product line was absolutely fantastic. Anyway, that is the box. What I want to do now is I want to remove the model from the box, take it out, and let's see if it's functioning and what it actually does. Okay, I've removed the item from the box, and this is what we got. So we've got Davros, and we've got the remote control there, which is in the shape of the TARDIS. Let's just stand that up so you can see that. That's the infrared remote control. And there's this little sheet that comes here, which tells you how to operate it. It says turn on the unit by power switch at the bottom of Davros figure. To function the police box controller as below: forward, turn left, sound, and turn right. Okay, that is the instructions. Let's just put that away so I don't lose that. Right, so we've got Davros. Let's have a look at Davros before we do anything else. I just want to zoom in on his face there, because look at the detailing on that face. I mean, that is absolutely incredible. It is the image of Davros as portrayed by Michael Wisher in the Genesis of the Daleks. I mean, it's absolutely phenomenally sculptured to look absolutely spot on to Davros. Really, really incredible. The whole body as well, what he's wearing, his hand hovering over the controls as he did an awful lot in the television series, and the control panel of his travel machine is just absolutely immense. And obviously it's the skirt of a Dalek, as you can see. Let's zoom out a little bit. As you can see, it's the usual skirt of a Dalek, the bottom half, and at the bottom there you've got the on-off switch, the wheels, there's a ball bearing there which simulates it from turning, and there's the battery control port there, so you put the batteries in there. That is the, let's just zoom out a little bit, that's the figure. And then we've got obviously the TARDIS remote control, which just has the 4 buttons there, and it's in the shape of a police box. And on the back again you've got the screw there which you loosen off to replace the batteries. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this on and see if it functions. Obviously this has been sitting on a shelf for 22 years, so whether it's going to work or not. We do have a power light come on there. Let's see what happens.
You have the audacity to interrupt one of my experiments. You will be punished for this insubordination.
Wow.
You will tell me the reason for every Dalek defeat. With that knowledge, I will program them. With that knowledge, they will know their errors and how to avoid them. With that knowledge, there will be no defeats.
Wow.
You have the audacity to interrupt one of my experiments. You will be punished for this insubordination.
So there's just 2 dialogue lines there by the sounds of it. Okay, so we've got this button here, the bottom button. That makes him rotate clockwise. If we turn in the other button, and he rotates anti-clockwise. And then we've got the top button there, which makes him go forward. So yeah, he's not going very well on my boards, but on a flat surface.
You will tell me the reason for every Dalek defeat. With that knowledge, I will program them. With that knowledge, they will know their errors and how to avoid them. With that knowledge, there will be no defeats.
There we go. So there we are. That is Davros. So it is all functioning. It's probably going to need new batteries. I will put a new set of batteries in these, because it is obviously the batteries have been in there for a number of years. So I do want to check that they're okay and there's no leaking or anything. I don't think there is, because they're still functioning. But what a marvellous, marvellous, marvellous figure that is. Now, let's just get some sizes so you've got an idea. Now, it says, I think it said it was 7 inches on the box. So we're looking, no, it's not, it's 6 inches. We're looking at 15 centimetres, which is exactly 6 inches tall. From the bottom of the skirt to the top of Davros's head is 15 centimetres or 6 inches. If we measure the length of the skirt that way, we are measuring 10 centimetres. And if we measure across the skirt at the widest point, we're at 8.5 centimetres. So that gives you the idea of the size of Davros, or certainly of the skirt. Davros himself, if we measure him from the top of the skirt, we're looking at 8 centimetres. And if we measure him across his body, about 4.5 centimetres. And depth-wise, from his hand really to his back is 5 centimetres. So there we are. That's a nice size of Davros. And the TARDIS remote control is just, yeah, I'd say a tad under 10 centimetres in height from the bottom to the top of the light. The widest point on the edges there, we're looking at 6 centimetres. And depth-wise, we're looking at 2 centimetres. So there you go. That gives you the idea of the size. And one last word from Davros.
You have the audacity to interrupt one of my experiments. You will be punished for this insubordination.
There we are. And one last one.
You will tell me the reason for every Dalek defeat. With that knowledge, I will program them. With that knowledge, they will know their errors and how to avoid them. With that knowledge, there will be no defeats.
Okay, so that is the exact dialogue from the television series as spoken by the late, great Michael Wisher, who played Davros, portrayed him in Genesis of the Daleks. Okay, let's get back to the point. How well did these figures do back in 2002? Well, yeah, I mean, they were... When Product Enterprise released all his Doctor Who merchandise, it was wonderful, because we hadn't had any Doctor Who merchandise, really, since the mid-70s. And the last lot was I think the Dennis Fisher figures. No, I'll tell a lie. There was the Daypool ones, which were produced for the silver anniversary, 25th anniversary. But prior to that, we were back in the 70s. So, you know, merchandise was very, very few and far between as far as Doctor Who was concerned. But then along came Product Enterprise and produced some amazing, amazing items. Still, even up to today, they're some of the best that have ever been produced. So, yes, they did well to a certain point, because it was really only collectors that were looking for these, because it was obviously by 2002, all the kids that were watching Doctor Who had grown up to adults, and so anyone that was collecting merchandise from their favourite TV children series as a child, and obviously Doctor Who was incredibly popular back then. So those are the people that these items were geared for, and not to mention that they were for 14 years and up as well, so they were adult collectible items. So yes, Product Enterprise will tell you they sold so many. This particular one though was a limited to the Sci-Fi Collector, so you had to buy it through the Sci-Fi Collector originally. You couldn't buy it direct from Product Enterprise. We couldn't. We bought lots of other things from Product Enterprise, but because this was, I believe this was sponsored by Sci-Fi Collector, so everything had to go through them. So in order for us to get these in stock, we had to buy them through the Sci-Fi Collector, and which was okay. It's just that obviously they made a little bit of money on them, as opposed to us buying them straight out of Product Enterprise. But there we go. That was back in 2002. Now, let's zoom forward to 2024, so 22 years on. Do these items appear on the platforms? Yes, they do. There seems to be a find of these figures. I don't know what happened or anything, but they went through a long time when you hardly ever saw any of these Davros figures appearing on the platforms, and then all of a sudden there appears to be quite a few that has actually come on and are available on the platforms, and not just used figures. We're talking brand new, just as this one is new and well functioning. I don't know, because you've got to go into the product and ask the questions if they're functioning, and a lot of the sellers probably wouldn't have opened them up and tested them. I think it's very important that we do test them, because obviously batteries deteriorate and they can damage the figures if they leak. So anyway, that's the one thing you need to be careful of if you are buying on the platforms. But yes, they do appear fairly regularly, or they have been appearing very regularly in this last year. So prior to that, they were quite few and far between. But like I say, you never know what you're buying. You need to make sure they're tested first and are working. Batteries are not leaked inside the models, because don't forget, as I say, you're talking 22 years they would have been in the models. So you need to make sure that batteries haven't deteriorated and leaked. Obviously, we have a few of these, and we have checked everyone and made sure they are functioning. And these particular models are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Doctor Who items, and many other toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive that this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful Davros figure with me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next video. So bye for now.